Hey guys, welcome to a tutorial on Scratch about how to make a working health bar. You probably came here to figure out, well, how to make a working health bar, and that's what I'm here to help you with today. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is what we're trying to do is we're gonna broadcast a message and see what it does. So we already have all of our basic things up here. So what are we supposed to do? Well, first let's add a forever block. This health bar will not work unless when it reaches 0, it will do something. So let's get started with that too. What I just did there was put our variable, HP, as you can see up there, into an equals block. Then I put 0. If it equals 0, what I want it to do is switch to backdrop 2. But how will he lose health, you ask? Well, we need to make sure that if he's touching a certain actor, he will lose health. Let's do that now. Now the computer knows that if he's touching the shark, he will lose HP by 1. He will change his HP by 1. Sorry there, guys. I'm trying to sound like all sophisticated and stuff. But, yeah. Alright, next up, we're going to put a wait 2 seconds block. Because, we got to balance it. If you don't balance things, like, imagine you were playing Mario and, you were just playing along and you were fighting Bowser, and Bowser, you didn't have a wait time in between after he hit you, so he could just constantly hit you over and over again, and you just die and die and die and die. So that's why we need this wait 2.3 seconds, or 2 3/10, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, so next, let's go to our shark guy. So when clicked forever, if touching, I also coded, as you could probably see, that when space is clicked, he will broadcast message 3. When I receive message 3, show, point and direction, shoot him. So let's say if he's touching the paddle, I don't know why they call it that. If he's touching the paddle, then change EHP by 1. And it's a boss, so we can't have it waiting for too long to regen health, so we're going to wait 0.5 seconds before you can attack him again. Next, we're going to say if touching bear. Here's another way you can do this. So forever if touching bear 2. Oh, well, I was going to do that, but never mind. It's not going to work anymore. So anyways, what if we want the enemy to die? Well, this is what we can do. We're going to use the same principle that we used when we made this, and then, yeah. Also, he needs a set EHP too, so let's just say 35. That's a good amount of EHP. We'll say that for him too. Set HP to 35. Alright, good for us. Now, next what can we do? We don't need this anymore. I know message 2 says, as you can see by the costumes from the background here, message 2 is backdrop 2. So, if EHP equals 0, switch to backdrop 2 and broadcast message 2. What does message 2 do? Nothing, I guess, so yeah, I guess we don't need that either. Man, guys, I got caught up in my own coding. Pretty insane, right? And the last thing we need to do is when I receive message 4, switch to backdrop 3. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to explain this in a second. So guys, now I'm going to explain it, how it works, some other stuff. So basically what this does is when start is clicked, we're going to set Bear 2's HP to 35. Next, the code block is going to show the bear. Then he's going to go to this certain position, and then they're going to switch the backdrop to whatever this weird white backdrop is. Then we put a forever loop around if HP equals 0, which means if HP equals 0, then switch to backdrop 2. And I'll show you what backdrop 2 is in a second. It's a death screen, so like if your character dies, then you can really you can like see that he's dead and you know to restart. Then we said if we're touching shark, then change HP by -1 and wait 2.3 seconds. Like I said earlier, if you were playing Mario and you were fighting Bowser and you didn't have a wait time, like that vulnerability, like flashing Mario thing, then guess what? Bowser would just keep attacking you and you'd instantly die. It'd be unlegit, it'd never work. So you have to make sure you have some kind of wait time in between. It doesn't really matter how long as it's not 0 seconds. Alright, so now we're going to explain the shark. Okay guys, now I'm going to explain the shark. So when start click, set EHP, which stands for enemy HP, enemy health points or whatever, and then we're going to show him, do the same thing, go to X81 and Y73. And if we're going to touch paddle, which I'm going to explain in a second, then change EHP by -1 and wait 0.5 seconds. Now guys, it's a boss, like you should be able to hit it pretty rapidly without any trouble. So that's why we put a wait 0.5 seconds, not like Lumber Bears. That's what I'm going to call him. His HP, like where we have to make him vulnerable. Also, one of my games on Scratch is Lumber Bear, and it uses this bear, so if you want to check that out, of course you can. You can see my name in the top right corner. Just search me up on Scratch if you need to. It's a pretty bad game, but still, you can try it if you want. The next thing is, if EHP equals 0, then broadcast message 4, and what message 4 does when he receives it is switches to his death screen, which results him winning the boss battle, so it says, defeated the boss, you know. And then when start clicked, go to this position, which is the paddle, and then hide. When I receive message 3, this is what he does when he presses space. He broadcasts his message 3. This is what it does. Show, point in direction 90 degrees, which is right, so it's going to hit him. Move 10 steps, hide. But what we need to do before that happens, just to make sure that things don't get out of track, when he presses space, if he's just going to stay in the same spot, it's going to be right here, always. Like, see the shark? Directly to the right of the shark, that's where it's always going to be. And just going to keep going forward until it's off the stage and it's all glitched out. So we need to make sure that it goes to this position. Alright, now let's test out our game. As you can see, there might be something wrong that I did, because when key space is pressed, it's broadcasting message 3. And it might not be getting through to him, but still, this is what it's going to do. You still figured out how to code a health bar, which is pretty unique, and I think many people across the world will be able to use health bars in cool games and stuff like that. So, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It's never going to do anything bad. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you use this health bar technique I taught you, and I'll see you later, guys. See ya. First, gotta save the project, you know, and stuff. And then, well, I guess this time, see ya.